Reality Bites.
I remember it coming out, but I didn't see it at the time. I only saw it the other week, and it's quite good. It sort of, I don't know, did it remind you a bit of Dawson's Creek in the way that they talk in these really long, ponderous sentences in a way that no one really ever speaks?
Well, I get that the main sort of cast of Winona Ryder and Ethan Hawke and sort of that group of friends are meant to be sort of quite intellectual young people, and in that way I suppose, like, yeah, they did use quite a lot of big words, but I didn't think it was very Dawson's Creek-ish.
I don't know, I kind of got that vibe, especially with Ethan Hawke. He sort of reminded me a bit of Pacey, you know, and he has that little thing about...
Pacey was funny.
Yeah, Ethan Hawke's character in this film, he's a slacker. He's gone through loads and loads of jobs because they're not sort of cool enough for him. He doesn't want to be a corporate shill. He doesn't want to be
this. He's gone through loads of women because they're not cool enough for him either.
Yeah, apparently. He's got that really long sort of hair. He's got the little beard and he smokes Camels and he's very cool and sophisticated. He seems to have a really nice life, really cool clothes, you know.
It's like sleeping on his friend's sea. I don't understand why he's sort of got this really high opinion of himself. The guy's practically homeless.
And he's sort of in love a bit with Winona, who's this sort of hippie chick. She's a bit of a douche, I think, in the film.
I like her. I thought she was the only, fair enough at points. The point where she loses a job at one point in the movie, and then her friend who she lives with, she offers her a job working at the Gap, and she sort of thinks she's too good for that.
She's like, I'm not doing a $5 hour job at the Gap.
Yeah, so that bit I agree with you, but the rest of the movie I think she's like really likeable, and her character's the only one you can really relate to, because these two male leads, I don't think they really work. I think you're meant to root for Ethan Hawke's character because he's sort of the person who's most similar to her, and he gets her, he's known her longer. But the guy's just so arrogant. He talks down to everyone, he thinks he's above everyone, he's too cool to get involved in anything. And he just sort of walks around with this air of like, you know, like...
superiority, intellectual superiority. And then there's Ben Stiller, and I like Ben Stiller. I've liked him for a long time. In this...
I don't think you're meant to like him in this stuff, but I kind of did.
Yeah, I kind of thought he's got this annoying habit of speaking sort of stuttering like this, so he sort of stops a sentence halfway, and then he sort of jumps a little bit, and I think that's to make him seem edgy and nervous, but it did kind of great. But yeah, the Michael character that Stiller plays, he seems like a reasonably decent guy. He's very keen on Winona, and he seems to have her best interest, yet she still seems drawn to the horrible Ethan Hawke character, which I don't really understand.
Yeah, I mean, Ben Stiller, like I said, he's the yuppie, but he is more relatable. He's the guy that will tell her how he feels. He's actually putting himself out there. He doesn't think he's the smartest, funniest guy in every room he's in. He shows a bit of humility. It's just more easy to relate to his character a lot more than it is to Ethan Hawke's character, who's just sort of...
It's awful. I mean, he's a real... I've never been really that keen on Ethan Hawke. He sort of strikes me a bit as someone who thinks he's a bit too clever than he is.
You met him once, didn't you?
I did once meet him. He wrote a book, which I never finished because it wasn't very good. And he was here in Manchester. It was his book was called Ash Wednesday, and he was doing a showing of Training Day, which I love. If you've never seen Training Day,
Training Day is a great movie.
It's such a cool film, and yeah, he was there signing his book. So I went and I said something really stupid. I got a bit starstruck because I was quite young, and it was Ethan Hawke. And so he said, "Hi, what's your name?" I said, "Andrew," and I love your shirt. It wasn't even a nice shirt. And he looked at me like...
proper stunned.
He was like, "Thanks, I like it. Here's your book, thank you." And sort of hurried out. Didn't even stay to watch Training Day. I was too embarrassed. Yeah, so maybe I just don't like him because of that. But yeah, his character isn't very likeable. There's a couple of other characters. There's Janeane Garofalo's character, Vickie, works at the Gap, who's sort of... She's great.
She's a great supporting character.
Yeah.
Her and...
Zahn, who plays the best friend, he's quite good as well. He's got
his part isn't a very big part. Was he the guy who played Phoebe's husband on Friends, the gay ice dancer?
I think he was. Yeah,
I think
he's been
he
in
might
a few
have been.
things. But there's a funny bit where Winona's given her it's like a credit card off her dad to buy petrol for her car, and she sort of... That's a bit of a cheeky thing. She rips off her dad.
Yeah.
Doesn't she? She's stealing...
I didn't think that was
cashing on the gas card, I think it's called. Yeah, you buy petrol and she uses it. She sort of sells petrol to other people and pockets the cash to live, which I think is it's a bit cheeky. But it's implied that her dad isn't a very nice guy, so she's sort of...
Yeah, so it's okay to rob him blind when he's giving you free petrol.
Yeah, it's okay to rip him off. But yeah, in conclusion, it's not a bad film. It's very much of a film of its time. It's sort of these hipster types who don't have jobs and don't have a lot of money but seem to be living quite well. And you know, there's sort of jokes about MTV and stuff like that. And the music's quite good. It's got My Sharona in it.
I love that scene. That's my favourite scene of the whole movie, where they're all just sort of dancing in the petrol station, and My Sharona comes on, and they all just sort of dance and stuff. It just looks fun. It looks like they're having a good time, and Ethan Hawke obviously won't get involved because he's a moody, brooding bastard.
Yeah, and he's just stood there like looking at the gas station attendant like.
They do try and do something towards the end of the movie that makes you feel a bit sympathetic for the character, and it works, it does. You'd have to be heartless not to feel a bit sympathetic for the character when this happens to him. But I just don't see why he was written in such a douchey way that we were meant to want Winona Ryder's character to get with him, because Winona Ryder's character is the lead character. She's the one that we're following. She's the one that we're invested in. And I just didn't see, I mean, to be honest, I didn't really want it to end up with any of them two guys.
No, because neither of them, like I say, Ben Stiller's Michael, he's okay. Ethan Hawke is a dick, but, if anything, I would have said the Steve Zahn character, but obviously his story is that he's coming out to his parents. So
the roommate.
The roommate, but she's not a lesbian, sadly. So that would have made a really interesting film. So yeah, it's not bad. I'd give it a 3-star. I like the music. I like the performances were good. It's a film of its time. It's quite good fun, and it's interesting to see sort of a snapshot of sort of young 90s sort of Generation X's, which you don't really get films like that anymore.
I liked it. I'll give the movie a 3.5 out of 5. Mainly that's because of Winona Ryder. I just thought she was such a likeable character. She sort of makes the movie what it is, and I think that it does have some good supporting cast. The two main guys though, yeah, they probably should have given us like a third option, or just had to sort of leave and not choose any of them. Would have been the better option.
More convincing.
So if you haven't seen Reality Bites, it's worth checking out. Like I said, it's a film of its time. If you do like the sort of 90s era, this is a great film that represents that.
Definitely.
If you like this review, please don't forget to hit the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and until next time, thanks for watching.
Thank you.